And so, good morning. Thank you guys for being here. I needed this morning. um, I got a new book. It's called The Yoga Mind. I guess Gabby gave it to me, Will's girlfriend. And it talks about most of the things I know about, but Vedanta is something that I really hadn't heard of before, Vedanta. And it means end of knowledge, which Vedanta is scientific knowledge explaining how to have both an active and a peaceful life. So that doesn't make much sense, right? But it says Vedanta is a way of living and a manual for life. It was originally founded between 1800 and 1000 BCE because that's how long yoga has been around. It's been a couple thousand years. Um, so yoga masters at that time noticed that while the external world was being perfected, people were still suffering and experiencing stress. They deduced that the objects weren't the problem, but rather the subjects themselves. The yogis decided to focus on studying themselves as subjects instead of obsessing or attaching to objects of the world. Thus, Vedanta is the systemized study of oneself, translating to the end of knowledge, implying this knowledge gained is all one needs to learn for a harmonious and full life. Truths and laws were discovered relevant to all being regardless of race, religion, education, etc. Vedanta guides you to discovering your true essence, the pure self within, aka spirit. So it does make sense to me after reading that. So find a nice seat, close your eyes, and just start studying yourself. Where is your mind, your heart, your body this morning? It's always interesting to study your breath as well. Or maybe you just find something that's in your physical body that's catching your attention, maybe your hips. Just study that. Studying the body and the mind helps you to know the true you, spirit you. Just bring hands to heart center. May we all gain knowledge of ourselves through this practice of yoga. May we today especially notice the beauty within ourselves and all around us. Lower your hands, open your eyes, We're just going to start on our backs today, since we all probably indulged a lot. It's not going to be an easy practice today, but hopefully it'll feel good. So start on your backs and just stretch out your legs long, your arms long. And then go ahead and bring your legs up to tabletop. Flex your feet. Bring your hands on your thighs for a little abdominal bracing. Try and keep a neutral spine as you press up and away. Just wake up those abdominals. Yep, there they are. Just hug your knees in. And just kind of rock side to side. Like a laying down child's pose. And then bringing the legs back up to tabletop, flexing the feet, hands on the thighs, push up and away. And this time I'm going to keep the neutral spine as much as you can. So they'll lengthen your spine, but lift your head and shoulders up a little bit. I feel a different location. Keep breathing. And relax down. Bring your knees in again. All side to side. And interlace your hands behind your right leg. Stretch your both legs straight so your left one comes down. Just challenge your hamstrings. Flex and point. Keep pressing the right thigh into your hands. Maybe pulling it closer if you want a little more stretch. And then bending the left knee, bring the right ankle across the left thigh. Just check out your right hip. If you want more, you can interlace behind left thigh. And just pull that as close as it feels like a good stretch. Stretching out the hamstrings and the hips. Good. And then unwind, interlace behind the left thigh still, and extend the left leg straight and the right leg straight. Point and flex. Stretch everything out. And challenge yourself if that feels good. Just pulling the leg closer. Keep that press going. So it's a safe stretch. And then switching to that hip opener, just bend the right knee, bring the ankle across, and interlace. Check out those hips. Whew. Good. Unwind and hug those knees in again. Grab your shins. Just kind of rock forward and back to come up to seated. And then transition to all fours. And I'm going to give you a choice. You can do cat cow or figure eights or whatever your body's needing to just stretch out the spine and the sides. You can do a combination of both, which I think is what I'm doing. I'm not sure. It feels. And then warming up the glutes a little bit. Extend your right leg. Just point the toes and add the left arm. Maybe just little pulses up and down with both the arm and the leg if you're feeling stable. And bring them down and switch. Left leg, right arm. Pulses if you'd like. And bring it down. And go ahead and bring your hands forward and come up to your first downward facing dog. You can walk your dog, make movements. You can extend one leg and the other, whatever you're needing. Get warmed up. And then go ahead and come forward to plank pose. And on your next exhale, push back to down dog. And just keep going like that. So inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just do two more of those where you're just kind of exploring. And then next time you're in down dog, just go ahead and lower your knees and take a child's pose. Check in with your knees and your hips. And then go ahead and come back up to downward facing dog. Try and find a really good position for your shoulders as you come forward to plank because we're going to hold it for a while. Think broaden the clavicles, shoulders securely in the socket. And then go ahead and lift just the right leg. So keep it straight, lift it. You'll feel your glutes. Set it back down and then switch left leg and set it back down. Keep going. You're going to do this 5 times each side. Really give your glutes good squeeze. Keep your rib cage back. When you've done 5, push back to downward facing dog and take a child's pose. And child's pose. And find downward facing dog again. Find that really good, strong core position. And then come forward to plank again. Now, this time, once you're set, you're going to just draw your right knee up, point your toe like a mountain climber, and then set it back down. Left knee up and down, 5 times each side. 2, 3. You can do them as fast or as slow as you want. When you've done 5, push back to downward facing dog and take child's pose. And come on up to all fours position. Swivel your right foot out to the right and extend your left leg in the same line as your knee and open up to that Vasisthasana position. And in this variation, I'd like you to stretch your arm by your ear, palm facing down, and then just kind of arc towards the floor just to stretch out the left side body. Good, and then come on down. And we'll switch. Left foot swivels out, right leg extends, right arm comes up and over when you're ready. Just arcing towards the floor. Feel a really nice side body stretch. And then come on down. And keep your toes curled under and come up onto your knees. And stretch your arms up. And grab your left wrist with your right hand. And lengthen up, arc to your right. More side body stretch. Yeah, for some reason I'm really tight. And come on up and switch. So grab your right wrist and arc to the left. And come on up. And come back down and transition for downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank. And then slowly lower down to the mat. Stretch your toes long. Come up to cobra, just lengthening everything out. You can lift and lower or hold it, whatever feels good. And then go ahead and lower down. Push up to all fours. I'm going to have you locate your blocks. So bring those under your hands. And come on up to a downward facing dog on the blocks. step your feet up between the blocks to a forward fold and just take your time here. Kind of checking in with your feet, with your legs, your glutes. And slowly roll up to standing. Just going to have you take a step back away from your blocks and standing on your right foot, lift your left knee. Little balance sequence here. If you feel stable, you can grab and interlace in front of your knee. And release and bring it down and switch. Just check in. Maybe interlace. You're feeling stable. And release. Okay, switch again, but this time bring the foot behind you for a quad stretch. And release. Switch again. More breath. And release. Okay, now we're gonna combine the two. So you're gonna stand in your right knee, lift the left knee, and then slowly bring it back to that quad stretch. And then release the foot. Don't let the foot come down. Bring the knee back forward and set it down. Switch sides. Stand on the left foot, right knee comes up. Slowly move it back. Release the foot. Bring the knee forward and set it down. Good. Nice job, you guys. Come forward again between your blocks. Okay, we'll see how this is kind of similar. So you're going to inhale, lift your right knee as you stretch your arms up. And then slowly lean forward as you step the right foot back to deep lunge. Now your blocks are there in case you need them. Otherwise, come up to crescent warrior. Big stretch, left hip crease back. Good. Lean forward again. Shift the weight to your left foot and step forward. Bring your hands through heart center. Good. Inhale, stretch the arms up, lift the left knee, and slowly step it back. Deep lunge to crescent warrior. If you need to touch the blocks, they're there. It's okay. And then just feel that stretch. Good. Lean forward, shift the weight back to the right foot, step forward, and bring hands through heart center. Pause. Couple breaths. And then inhale, stretch your arms up, lift your right knee. Slowly step it back. Your blocks are there if you need them. Deep lunge to crescent warrior. This time, bring hands to heart center. As you lean forward, this time try to lift the knee before you set it back down. Ooh. Inhale, stretch the arms up, lift the left knee. And slowly step it back. It's okay if you need to use those blocks to get stable first. Good. Hands to heart center as you lean forward. Shift your weight. Try to lift the knee and set it down. Good. Inhale, stretch your arms up. This time, fold forward. Take a moment. Move the blocks to the side. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Push back to all fours so you can grab those blocks and come up. Downward facing dog again. Extend the right leg. And then remembering that little plank exercise you did, just come forward to plank as you bring that knee up and then step it through. Good job. Lower the back knee. Come up, Anjane Asana. It should feel like a really good stretch. More stable. Good. Touch down. Lift the back knee and step back. Downward facing dog. Extend the left leg. You got it. Plank, knee up, and then step it through. Deep lunge. Lower the back knee. Stretch up. Anjane Asana. Good. Touch down. Lift the back knee and please step forward. Forward fold. Inhale to a pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. As you come up, lift your right knee. Step it back. Deep lunge. Good. This time, ground it down that back foot so you can come to a warrior two. And just take a few moments there different position. Bring your right hand to your hip and reach down and find the left block. And then you're just going to move to Ardha Chandrasana or half moon. So you're just going to slide the right foot forward, the left block out, and then lift the leg. Get the weights right in the middle of your left foot. Good. Bend the left knee. Touch the block and the foot down. Back up to warrior two. Now this is the hard bit. Turn the back heel up, square up the hips, come to crescent warrior. Good. Hands to heart center. Shift forward to the left foot. Bring the right knee up and set it down. Well done. Good. Take a moment. So inhale, lift the left knee as you extend your arms. Slowly set that back foot down in crescent. Ground the back foot down, warrior two. Feel your alignment. Bring the left hand to the hip, right hand to the block. Slide into that position for Ardha Chandrasana. Glean as much as you can from each pose. What can I learn about myself? Good. Bend the right knee. Get the black back. Left foot back down. Warrior two. And then transitioning back to crescent warrior, you have to square your hips up as you lift that back heel. Hands to heart center. Shift your weight. Lift the back knee when you come up. And set it down. Good. Inhale. Stretch your arms up. Feel little opening. And on your next exhale, forward fold. Put your blocks in front of you and just bring them up from the outside of your feet. Come down to a deep squat. If you need to turn the toes out, fine. Just kind of feel that. Go inside for a moment. Allow your glutes to stretch back out, your hamstrings. And then go ahead and come back up to a forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. As you do, lift your right knee. Step it back. Crescent warrior. You don't have to step it back as far. Bring hands to heart center. Lean forward. This time, transition to warrior three. Your blocks are there if you need it. Just lift the back leg. You're really feeling strong. You want to extend your arms, you can. And then set that back foot down, stretch up, crescent. Yay. Hands to heart center. Shift your weight. Lift the right knee if you want to and set it down. Take a moment. Even close your eyes. Good. Next, inhale, open your eyes, stretch your arms up, lift your left knee, and step it back. Crescent warrior. Hands to heart center. Lean forward. Transition. Warrior three. Extend your arms if you're really feeling stable. Good. Set the back foot down. Stretch up warrior three. Or, or not warrior three. Crescent warrior. Warrior one is basically what it is. Good. Hands to heart center. Lean forward, shift the weight, bring the left knee up. It's getting easier, right? Set it down. Good. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Push back to all fours. Swing your feet to one side and come on to your back side. Stretch your legs out long. You can inner spiral if you need. Just I just kind of pull up on myself. That's my good. Bend your right knee. Bring it across. A little ardha, not chandrasana twist. Just pull up and back. Feel the length. And then add the twist. Squeeze out all those toxins you put in your body. All those internal organs get a little squeeze when you do twists like this. Good. Unwind and switch. Mostly just want you to feel grounded and nice and tall. And then engage the twist. And unwind. Stretch your legs long and just bring them to that wide Upavisa stance. Make sure your alignment's good. You can bring your hands behind you to feel nice and tall. And then just fold forward where it feels comfortable for you. If it's on your hands, maybe your forearms, maybe even further if that feels good. And just breathe. Come on up. Just bend your right knee in and face your left leg. So one hand on either side, and then just fold over that leg for Janu Shirshasana. You can reach for the ankle or the little toe side if that feels good. Just keep the left arm off to the side to support you. And then come on up, extend that right leg again and shift to the other side, facing leg, fold over. And then come on up. And just bring your legs together again, extend them long. A brief Paschimottanasana, just hold over. And then coming on up, just lean back, bend your knees, and lift to Navasana, boat pose. And then just start to lower both the legs and the torso down. You can round your upper body. Let's go. See how slow you can lower down to the mat. Hopefully you're in the right spot so your head doesn't come off the mat, but mine's going to. Good. And then lay down. Ah. Stretch your arms up over your head. Your blocks aren't in the way. Stretch your legs long. And then hug your knees in. Roll side to side. And then setting up for windshield wiper, bring your feet to the mat in the wider position. Your arms in cactus. And just go for a little windshield wiper action. I know we might need them in our cars today too. And then hug your knees in again. And just transition for a little winch or happy baby action. So should feel good. Just kind of play. Don't work it too hard. Just kind of play. You can straighten your legs if you'd like. Even bring the soles of the feet together in the air there. It's kind of fun. You've seen babies do that. And then stretch the legs towards the ceiling. Arms by your hips just to support you. Just like we did at the beginning, interlace behind the right thigh. Extend the left leg down. Point and flex a few times. Make a circle. And then bring the left leg up. Switch. Right leg down. Stretch. And then go ahead and stretch out for a well-deserved Shavasana. Remember, you're still self-studying, so just study where you're holding tension. Notice any parts that immediately let go and try and do that in all body parts. I notice my forehead between my eyes is crinkled. Just allow that to relax. Allow your tongue to relax. Allow your belly to relax. Completely let go. You continue to just relax. Just wanted to share these words from Marianne Williamson. Until we remember that each of us is entitled to miracles, it's easy to despair about the state of the world. If we think of power only in external terms, it's easy to feel hopeless when unjust systems have power. But when we remember the magic of our inner selves, activating otherworldly forces through devotion, forgiveness, and love, we rise to realms of miraculous authority that can and always do transcend and cast out the injustices of the world. No external system of tyranny can stand forever in the space of an awakened heart. In the space of light, darkness disappears. In the space of love, fear disappears. In the space of people who have remembered who we are, why we are here, and who lives within us, it's only a matter of time before the cruelties of the world begin at last to recede from our midst. It's like a good description of Vedanta. Please start. Find your breath moving in and out. And start to wiggle, shift a little bit. Fine, but find your way back up to seated. Oh, crack is what's happening here. Bring hands to heart center. I recognize and respect and love the beautiful soul in each of you. Namaste. You guys did great with that practice. Me too.